Hey, what's up everybody? Ed the Pond Professor here. I am getting ready to meet up with Brooke McDonald and Greg Whitstock, the pond guy, over at the Conservation Foundation. I have known Brooke for 26 years. They have an incredible organization. Check out the link below about them. They connect people with nature. They protect our natural resources, doing lakes, rivers, streams, natural prairies, all this different cool stuff. And they have an unbelievable facility, and we have built water features for them. Many water features. We've done ecosystem ponds. We've done rainwater capture systems. Small ones as well as large ones that are taking water off of giant barns. And we're also using sustainable energy to power the pumps on these things. So it's a really incredible place. You're going to enjoy this one.
Brooke!
Hey,
how you doing,
good
buddy?
seeing you.
Good seeing you too.
What's up, Ed?
Hey,
How's it going? Great to see you.
Good, man. Good seeing you.
All right.
Because we've been working together since the late 90s.
Well, I've been here 23 years, and we've been working together since I walked in the doors. Conservation Foundation is a land conservancy. So we raise money, we buy land, we protect land, we restore land to its natural habitat. We also do a lot of river and watershed protection and a lot of community education and outreach. So we are like the local land conservancy for the suburbs of the Chicagoland area.
Which we need because everything is urban. And speaking of urban sprawl, look, this is my favorite picture. This is the building we're in, right?
Yeah, so we're in this house right here. So the McDonald farm is 60 acres. Was donated to us by Lenore Clow McDonald. We run a community-supported agriculture program here, which is a shareholder-based vegetable co-op. So everything here is organic, and once a week during the growing season, more than 500 families come to this farm to pick up their weekly share of local organic vegetables.
Cool. It was originally prairies, then it was farmland, and then it was urban sprawl.
Right.
And if it weren't for this 60 acres that the Conservation Foundation got donated to and protects, this is what this would look like.
Yeah, you can see the road was supposed to go right through the building that we're in right now.
Wow, yes. No wonder you put it right here because this is what it's all about.
Yeah,
right?
it's a nice reminder of what our mission is.
All right, can you show us around a little bit? We want to show our viewers how the Conservation Foundation is living the aquascape lifestyle.
Let's go outside.
All right.
Wow, so here it is. It's really filled in.
Yeah, this is about 7 or 8 years old.
7, 8 years ago, we came out, we rebuilt this, made it bigger. And we like to say that water features aren't a lot of work, but they're as much work or as little work as someone makes them. I think you just let this run, right?
Yeah, we basically let it run, but our volunteers here at the McDonald farm, they work on the vegetation around the edge just so it looks nice. But we've used all native landscaping, and we've really tried to create a natural habitat.
Yes.
And I can tell you, in the spring, the toads are in here. There are millions. The birds are in here all the time. We even have to chase a heron out every now and then.
Yeah.
But even in this small little pond, we've even had mallard ducks in here. I mean, if you create a puddle of water, life will find it.
Speaking of life finding it, you said because you've got the farmer's market here.
When the co-op shareholders come each week to pick up their vegetables, parents go in the barn to get the vegetables, and I swear you know, the kids, they get right out of the car and they make a beeline to the pond. And this is where they want to be.
That's what we did as kids, right, Ed?
Yeah.
What I love about this is it just shows that this can go all natural, you know, which is exactly what the mission is of the foundation. So it makes sense that you guys would let this go natural, and it still looks beautiful organically, Ed.
Absolutely. I'm a big proponent for that natural habitat for pollinators and for the amphibians and all these things that are looking for shelter. I mean, here you are, you're on the south edge of Naperville, a massive community, and you know, this little water feature is actually helping the biodiversity of the entire area, and it's a great education piece. So this allows people to connect with the watershed, but it's not intimidating like a big river or something like that. Your kids can come in here and they could interact with the water without fear of any problems or anything. So it's a safe area, it's enjoyable, it's educational, good for environment. I mean, it's a home run in my opinion. Absolutely.
Win-win-win, which is what we love.
You know, urban wildlife, they're so desperate to find habitat. And so you create even something small like this in an urban or suburban environment, and the animals will find this place.
What's with the trees over here? What are you doing with that?
Well, we're part of the Regional Oak Recovery Initiative here in the Chicago area. Each spring we ship in about 100, 150 oak trees in 5-gallon buckets, and we have them in the nursery. There's an irrigation system, and we keep them alive throughout the year. You know, by the end of the fall, we get them out into people's yards. So we're trying to get more oaks on the suburban landscape as part of the Oak Recovery Initiative.
The best tree to plant in Illinois. It has the highest amount of benefits from stormwater management, for animal habitat,
wildlife,
for food,
absolutely.
wildlife, you name it.
Why am I unable to see what this giant feature that we built here?
Because it's underground.
Okay.
This is a 25,000 gallon underground system. We're taking all the water off of the roof, and this water is used by the Green Earth Institute. They use it for washing and for all different outdoor uses. The well was not adequate enough, and the cost of doing a new well was cost prohibitive, so we were able to put this system in. Underneath here is a rainwater capture system. So I'm standing on top of aqua blocks. These are our pumps right down in here. This is where everything kind of comes in. There's our downspout filters. We're taking the water off of the roof of both of these barns, and the pumping system and everything is powered by solar and wind.
And our organic farmers here use this water that's stored in your system to help irrigate the vegetables. So even the vegetables are being irrigated by rainwater.
Which is better.
Perfect.
Yes.
You know, when you're using purified drinking water for irrigation or for watering plants, the chlorine in there that's good for us, that kills microorganisms, kills the microorganisms in the soil. So it actually inhibits the plant growth, because the microorganisms are responsible for the cycling of the nutrients. So they're going to break down all the organic compounds, turn it into a usable food source for the plants. But when you kill it on a daily basis with chlorine, you're always fighting it. So you have to supplement that with fertilizers. So by using rainwater, it kind of feeds that soil naturally. The microorganisms thrive. It makes for a better plant.
It's amazing. I taught him everything he knows.
You're so smart. So we've got your system here. Yeah, right here.
So this is where you were standing,
That's
right,
what I'm
Ed?
standing on. That's that metal cap right there.
Yes.
So this sign here sort of interprets rainwater harvesting in general. You can go small with little rain barrels, various different sizes, all the way up to something large. This here is basically what you guys did over by the office.
So what are we walking up to? We remember we did something with the rainwater harvesting here,
Yeah,
right?
so you guys built maybe 12 years ago, 750-gallon rainwater harvesting system.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we take the rain off the roof. Ed, I think this was your brilliant idea to try to create a little limestone thin, spring seep kind of an environment. This, frankly, is my favorite spot on the whole farm right here.
I mean, look at that. You got the moss and stuff is all creeping up in there, and a lot of these rocks, I think we used native stone that came from the property, and we brought in some stuff, so it was a good kind of mixture of pieces.
It looks so natural. It doesn't even look man-made. It looks so natural. Now, in the summertime when we have the camps here, they work over in the children's garden, and they're doing gardening, and when they need water, they flip the pump on, and all of this water that is being stored here and recycled shoots over to the garden.
So this house is probably from the 50s.
Oh, I would say so at least.
So this could be adapted anywhere. So explain to the viewers how this works.
Yeah, so what this is basically our downspout filter. So we have the incoming water coming off of the roof. Pull that out. Oh boy, it's kind of got a lot of junk in there. We're going to have to clean this.
Doing its job.
It's totally doing the job. And this is the most important part.
It comes from the roof, and then it gets caught in there before it goes into the system and clogging everything
Exactly. So when we have a drainage pipe, it goes out right here in the back. And that drainage pipe goes into a 750-gallon tank. We want to recirculate it. We want fresh oxygen. We want good water quality, so we're going to constantly be moving it around. But also what I love about that is it kind of creates that story. By having that water, kids can come up and they could see what's happening there, and it connects with the watershed. If you have just an underground tank, you forget about it. So
and
this
look at how
see
good
on
it's
a
doing
daily
too.
basis. Oh,
I
it
mean,
looks phenomenal.
This is the Conservation Foundation at its finest.
It looks just incredible. It's just like normal watershed. When it rains, it fills up little streams, and the streams combine into rivers, and the rivers go into the lakes. That's all we're doing here is we're replicating a natural system.
Awesome. So if it weren't for guys like Brooke and organizations like the Conservation Foundation, kids wouldn't know about conservation the way they do today, and also many native areas would have been taken over by urban sprawl.
Exactly.
And for us to be able to support an organization like this, to be able to help educate the people that come here, this is what makes our jobs fun.
I hope this vlog has inspired you to do something for yourself as well as for the environment. Definitely check out the Conservation Foundation to learn more about them. We'll see you on the next project.